Here's our latest arrival at the sink factory. This item is one of my favorites. I don't see too many of these. It's 26 inches wide and front to back is 14 inches. It's for a narrow room. And this sink has a manufacturing date of 1929 on it. And on sinks back in those days, you found stuff like you see here. This has the lip here. There's like, it's called an anti-splash lip, where the top of the counter overhangs the basin itself. Any sinks you buy these days, that lip will not be there. It'll go straight up into the countertop like you see here. So modern sinks do not feature this. There's a lot more labor to make this. So I want to show you some ways to put faucets on a sink like this. Again, this is one of my favorites. You can see how narrow it is. Many manufacturers made this variety of sink back then, and I kind of wish they were still making them. Oh, so here we've taken advantage of that center hole to put a mixing spout. And this sink was originally set up for separate hot and colds, which people today find inconvenient. So this is one of the things we do with Chicago Faucets. This would be a swivel spout. The swivel's out of the way. The smallest is a narrow sink. Okay, again, we're going to feature a different type of drain. This is a flow-through grid strainer. And I put a simple faucet on here in an industrial situation or high-use area. Sometimes this is simpler. It's usually less expensive. This one has a swivel built into it, so it will turn, as you see. Very basic model. So you don't have to go all antique on an antique sink. So here we have the China lever handles with hot and cold indexing. Again, we just changed the handles to lever handles. And now we have a different drain. This is a push and push drain. That's open, closed. Open, closed. Also a common drain that we sell. This is just such a wonderful sink. And these are Chicago Faucet separates right here. And then we, of course, put the China handles on there. Okay, here it is. Separate hot and colds, China cross handles. And we are featuring a manual drain here. We do a lot of these drains. They're called lift and turn. Lift and turn. There it is. Turn it some more and it falls back down. And it's a very basic drain. We tell people this will work as long as there's gravity. Okay. Again, we have a different type of drain. This is your old-fashioned rubber stopper drain. And you'll basically pull the stopper and there you go. Stopper goes back in. It doesn't get much more basic than that. Of course, that hole now is now where the chain is attached. Of course, this probably goes up and sits like that. Probably sits right there when it's draining.